SIPRI. That's not Siri's sister. It is the Stockholm International Peace Research Institute. And they published a yearbook of military spending. For the year 2015, that spending was up 1% from the previous year. And I'm going to read these figures, the total spending for the world was 1,676 billion, or 1.6 trillion. As some people might guess, the biggest spender was the United States, with $596 billion, which was also 36% of the total spending. But to be fair, in 2011, the United States had spent $711.3 billion, and that in itself was lower than it had been in 2006. The second biggest spender was China, with $215 billion, and that was a 7.4% increase over the previous year. The third, which may surprise some people, or perhaps not, was Saudi Arabia, with $87.2 billion. And the fourth was Russia, with $66.4 billion. The Institute uses published figures, which means that there are some countries which don't publish some of their figures, where the data would be very sketchy. For example, some of the countries in the Middle East. And they also suggest that some of these numbers are not very clear-cut, and they need to be put into perspective. Some of the countries, for example, involved in the conflict with Ukraine, their spending might have gone up to 13% because of it. And then there are other countries, because of economic pressure, where it might have gone down. To the Institute, it's not only the military spending that is relevant when we think about these figures. It is also who has access to making these decisions, who makes the decision, who decides how much money is to be spent, how transparent is the whole decision-making process, and also how democratic is it? Is it only a few people making decisions in secret, or are they elected leaders? For us, the issue is a springboard for thinking about how much military spending is necessary in each one of our countries or in the world as a whole. Now, I would prefer to live in a world with zero military spending. But our world is troubled, is dangerous, and most of the leaders don't have very much wisdom. And to be safe, we require some military spending, or certainly more than we would prefer. So what we need to understand, not only for ourselves, but from our leaders, is what is that threshold? What is that number? But regardless of what it is, one of the things I think that we must not lose track of is that we must do everything we can to work toward a world where the military spending will be zero, even though that's far in the future. Thank you for listening. I'm Danielle Levy.